Hello everybody. If you're a viewer of my videos, you'll know that I'm not a kind of a mushy-gushy, new agey, spirituality will fix all our problems type of guy. What I think that we need to return to is back to basics, the nuts and bolts of life. And one of the key ingredients to that, or the foundation, is self-discipline. I think we make a lot of poor choices in our lives, and that get us caught in trouble. We make bad decisions in relationships, get involved in toxic relationships, bad financial decisions. We make decisions based out of fear. We make decisions run by our desire with the false belief that achievement of goals will make us happy, or the right relationship will make us happy. And I think if we break it down to a smaller quantity or quantifiable action that empowers us and gives us more control over our lives, over the long haul, it completely transforms and revolutionizes our life. We look at the big picture, and the big picture is overwhelmed. I need to do that. I need to get the right job. I need to find the right person. I need to make more money. I need to do X, Y, Z. We have this laundry list of things that seem overwhelming, and what we find year after year with the new year coming around and our New Year's resolutions, that we don't accomplish these goals because they're too overwhelming. And then we feel frustrated, we're stressed, we're unhappy, and then we look to spirituality. Well, I'm gonna, read this book or follow this guru or do this teaching. And the first place to start is just with ourselves in self-discipline, and those little tiny actions compiled over consistently over the long term will, like I said, will just transform your life. One of the best places to start is we have a lot of ideas in our mind, and David Allen, Getting Things Done, recommend if you do get a chance to read his book. I've listened to some of his audio, and although it's long-winded and makes it complicated because obviously he needs to sell his seminars and his books, I'm just going to kind of give you the basic simplified approach or to his technique about getting things done. And really, this is just common sense stuff. One of the problems when we're trying to cultivate self-discipline is we don't know where to start. We often start too big. We don't know how to track it, how to monitor it. And if you're not tracking your goals, you're doomed to failure, in my opinion, or doomed to make it a lot harder. And what we want to do is, it's like the saying, eat an elephant. How to eat an entire elephant? Bite by bite. Everything's hard. And what David Allen talks about is we have all this mental clutter in our mind, and it's sapping our life energy. And I did a video in December last year, about this topic. I recommend, and there's no charge, and I'm not affiliated with it, but it's called Keeping New Year's Resolutions. Really good. So we have all this mental clutter that's just kind of congesting our mind, weighing us down, all these ideas, things we need to do, goals we want to accomplish. And what his suggestion is, we need a dumping ground. You need somewhere just to put everything so it frees up your mind. And then you need a plan which you can achieve the goal. You just look at your list, what you need to do next, A, B, C, and you just start ticking stuff off. And you make the goal small enough and manageable that it's not overwhelming. And so it's the name of the video, but toodalydoo.com is fantastic. They also have there's another program called To Do by Appiago, Appigo, and I highly recommend getting both of them if you do have an iPhone or iPod Touch. And really simple to do, but basically how it works is you prioritize what you want to get done, and you can have repeating actions. For example, going to the gym, you can set that as a repeating action, and you set that the priority that you need to do it. And one of the key things is doing the most difficult things as soon as possible, early in the morning, if possible. Another motivational speaker called Brian Tracy has a book called "Eat That Frog" or "Eat the Frog First," something along those lines. And it just talks about the way we accomplish things is getting things done right away, not thinking about it, not dwelling on it, just boom, you're doing it. So you have all this list, you prioritize, and if you have a big goal, you break it down into manageable tasks. And if, for example, you want to find a job, so find a job, and then you have all these subtasks. And the first one is update your resume. The next one is send out your resume. And it's something you can make it, 20 minutes a day that you can work at. And Brian Tracy once said, if you write for 15 minutes a day, in a year, you can have a book. You can have like a 300-page book. So, again, we're keeping things simple. Another system that they have is you can put things in context. So you don't look at tasks that you cannot accomplish. For example, if you're not at your computer, you're not going to have computer-related tasks. So if you're at your computer, everything that is related to computer that you can accomplish at your computer, you'll do that. Everything related to, let's say if you're going out shopping, that will only show up. So you could set it up that way. So it just really simplifies getting things done. And your mind is free. There's so many benefits to this. Your mind is free. You're practicing self-discipline. And it's, a lot of people think, oh, I'm too lazy, I'm not self-disciplined. This method works. And if you find yourself unable to stick with the method, you're making the goals too high, too hard. So you just got to simplify it and make the things easier. Another thing too, in conjunction with this, you want to apply, and this goes back to some of my other videos, but the 80-20 principle. I was reading on some a website or a review on one of the products, and the guy said, I have over 100 things on my to-do list, or 150, something like that. Well, what is happening, it's just too much. It's too overwhelming. And 20% of the things or goals that we have bring 80% of the value and reward. And so what we need to do in conjunction with this is start simplifying our lives and finding those core 20% things that are really important. There's a lot of busy work that we consume our days with that are just not essential. And to our, 5, 10, even 1 year long-term goal that just kind of eat up our days and eat up our time. So that's also important. Then some comments that I've gotten in from some videos or some emails and comments is that of the confusion about goals. What my philosophy is you don't find fulfillment in goals in the end. Long-term fulfillment. Yeah, it might make you happy. You get the new car, you get the job, you find the right person, whatever. And short-term, that might make you happy. I'm a big believer about the journey, each step. That is what the beauty of accomplishing goals is. The person you become, the habits you develop, the self-discipline is more important than the end accomplished. If we're so focused on the end goal and not about the journey, we're left feeling empty, and we just replace that one goal for a new goal. So keeping that in mind. Also, if anybody has done this for my last year's video, please leave a comment, send me an email, and let me know how it's gone. Some people said they have tried the website. Like I said, it's free. If you want to have some special features, it does cost, I believe, like $15 a year. But it's absolutely fantastic. Another thing that we want to do is start New Year's. I always believe start New Year's resolutions in the beginning in November or December 1st, so you give yourself some leeway to fail and to kind of fine-tune your system. When I used to start my New Year's resolutions January 1st, I'd always screw up so many times. Either I set the goal too high, or I just wouldn't be able to stay consistent for one reason or another. But if we start in November, we give ourselves some room to fail and to learn and to grow. So keep the great comments coming. I really appreciate all your support, and have a wonderful day.